Chantel and JoJo have advanced to part 3 of the final Head of Household competition. Who will win? Find out now on Big Brother Cheesecake 5 All-Stars. Hello, I'm Andrew Shevsik Moonves. Welcome to Big Brother Cheesecake 5 All-Stars. It's day 96 inside the Big Brother Cheesecake house, and Chantel, JoJo, and Jonathan are the final 3. On Thursday, JoJo won part 1 of the 3-part final Head of Household competition. Yesterday, Chantel won part 2, and in just moments, Chantel and JoJo will face off in part 3, where the winner will be the final Head of Household and will get to choose who to bring with them to the final 2 and who to evict. Who will win it? We'll find out shortly. But first, Nick and Lindsay hosted their second episode of Extra Whip with most recently evicted house guest Brazil and Nicole, who definitely spilled the tea. It was a fantastic episode. I love the fact that Nick started off by saying, we've been falling a bit behind. Or I think Lindsay said we've been falling a bit behind, and Nick is like, no, we didn't fall behind. The game just accelerated. It's true. I actually didn't really write any notes other than I love when Nick opened up and said, please welcome Brazil and Nicole. And Lindsay's here also. Hi. That's good. But I didn't write any notes because everything that Nicole and Brazil said, because they were both very talkative in the jury house, I kind of already knew, and there was nothing really to point out or, discuss. So I didn't really take notes, but I mean, everything they said there was a lot of depth in what they said. Definitely when you get this far in a game, there's emotions that run high, feelings get hurt. I've been there. It's just, sometimes it comes with the territory, and this is All-Stars, and so we all know, sorry Aton, but we all know how Backyard Big Brother All-Stars ended. We all know how Survivor All-Stars ended with when Rob and Amber made the final 2. We all know how Big Brother 7 All-Stars ended. It usually has a messy ending. Entertaining if you're a viewer, but for myself and for the house guests, it was definitely a very messy way to end the game. Even if Quidditch hadn't happened, I think it still would have been messy. So sorry that I didn't take, notes, but everything that Brazil and Nicole said was very, very straightforward, very to the point. I think Nick and Lindsay both asked great questions, and it was very straightforward, and there was really nothing for me to correct, because usually when I say I'm going to give my thoughts on Extra Whip, it's about, things that they wanted me to clarify or correct, or my general thoughts or feedback, and, having no feedback means you did a great job. Okay, so a reminder that the jury roundtable will be Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have confirmed again with the Big Brother US house guest, who is a mom, that she will be there, and so I'm very much looking forward to that. It's going to be interesting. And Nick already kind of said it might be kind of uncomfortable. I'm like, yeah, it might be, or it might not be, but I mean, who knows? So once again, and also tomorrow's episode will air in the evening. And the reason for this is I want to make sure that the jurors don't know who the final evicted house guest is, so that they can all guess who it is, and then I'll add them to the Zoom chat. They'll have a brief discussion, and then I will add in the final 2, who will then get to make their opening arguments. The jurors will then have a moment to either make a comment or ask a question to one or both of the finalists, and then the final 2 will have the opportunity to make their closing arguments. Okay, so I believe that's everything. There is something else. Oh, Very important. So miscongeniality polls open up as soon as this episode airs, and they will close Sunday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. So for the second last time this season, because of course the jury members will be voting, everybody who is in the Big Brother Cheesecake org Facebook group can cast their vote for who was their favorite house guest, Facebook's favorite house guest. You may only cast a vote once, unlike last season. It is a public vote because that's the nature of the Facebook polls, and I don't mind that. I mean, at this point, it's the end of the game. Who cares? House guests are allowed to vote, but you cannot vote for yourself. And it was originally going to be that anybody who did not appear on Reality Realness / Extra Whip will not get a chance to win Miscongeniality. But I changed it because Reality Realness and Extra Whip got blurry in the end. And I don't know if Chantel and Jonathan and JoJo will appear. So it wouldn't be fair to leave Rhonda. Brazil technically now appeared. Rhonda, who else didn't appear? Chad. And Rai Rai. It wouldn't be fair to sort of let them out, but then let's say Chantel and Jonathan and JoJo don't do it after. So I just decided, just make it fair, all 16 are invited. Of course, everyone's going to say, well, Rai quit. It's such a gray area for me because, yes, he technically quit in that he didn't wait for the eviction, but he asked me, can I leave now? And I said, can you at least wait until, I think it was Monday night, so that the week can still have a proper finish and everybody can vote, which he didn't even get that far. But I've decided I'm just putting him in there. So Rai got less votes than Brenda last season, and he went on Twitter to try and get like Big Brother Canada alumni to vote for him, and Brenda still beat him. So I'm really not worried about him winning. But yeah, so the winner will get a $35 Cheesecake Factory gift card, which is contributed by Nick Lindsay and myself. Okay, so that is everything. Now it's time to get to the part 3 of the 3-part final head of household competition, the last competition this season. So Chantel and JoJo, here we go. This competition is called Big Brother Pre-Jury Quotes, and here's how it works. You were all probably expecting jury quotes, but I mixed it up and made it pre-jury quotes for a number of reasons. So, 1, I'll admit this change happened midway through the season. 1, I wanted to surprise you guys and keep you on your toes. 2, the pre-jurors only got to play till day 50, and everybody else got to go to 100, so I thought, let's include them a bit more. 4, mix it up in general. But 5, the jury house chat started very, very slow, and nobody was participating for up until about Curtis's eviction, or maybe Rhonda's. And so I was like, you know what? I don't know if I want, let's make it pre-jury quotes. I don't know if I want. At the time, I was kind of upset with Joanne about the whole talking to Brazil thing, which has all been hashed out now, and Joanne and the jurors are on great terms, so I'm very happy about that. But also, there was another reason. I was not totally convinced, because how I mentioned how All-Stars have sort of blurry endings and controversial endings, and there's a lot of drama and personal upset and feelings get hurt. I thought, what if, let's say, Nicole is in the final 3 and Brazil, let's just say, and that's just an example, wants to help her and tells her what her quote was, or any combination of people, Chantel and Jonathan or JoJo, or if Curtis had made it that far, or Rhonda. And I thought, even though I was 99.999% sure that nobody was going to cheat, I wasn't 100% sure. I was 99.9, and I thought, let's just change it to pre-jury quotes. And you know what? I'm happy I did, because all of these questions were great and were difficult, and the jury members tried to do it and they failed. So let's see how Chantel and JoJo do. So Chantel and JoJo, here we go. I will ask you what 5 pre-jurors and then myself as the 6th person asked or said. You must answer A or B. Whoever has the highest score will win. In the event of a tie, we'll go to a tiebreaker question. Is everybody ready? Then let's begin. Question 1. Andrew Shefsik Moonves said, the person who disappointed me the most this season was A. Jonathan, because he didn't follow through on what he said he was going to do pre-season, or B. Jonathan, because he wouldn't go out with me. Answers, please. Answers are locked. Chantel says A. Jojo says B. Let's see the correct answer. The person who disappointed me the most this season was Jonathan, because he didn't follow through on what he said he was going to do pre-season. The correct answer is A. Chantel gets a point. Chantel leads 1-0. Question 2. Chanel said, the person who was most robbed this season was A. Jeffrey, because nobody gave him a chance, so he barely got to play. Or B. Myself, because there was a personal vendetta. Answers, please. Answers are locked. Jojo says A. Chantel says B. Let's see what Chanel had to say. Sorry, Chanel. Did I say Chantel? I think I said Chantel. Chanel. The person who was robbed this season was myself, because there was a personal vendetta. The correct answer is B, which means Chantel, you go up 2-0. Question 3. Dylan said, the funniest thing that happened this season was A. Jonathan lying about why he left me waiting so long for a response. Or B. Randomly running into Nicole in Salem after she betrayed me. Answers, please. Answers are locked. Let's see what Dylan had to say. What the hell was Dylan's voice? Was it just the... I'm gonna go with that because I forgot. Sorry, Dylan, if you're watching. The funniest thing that happened this season was Jonathan lying about why he left me waiting so long for a response. The correct answer is A. You both got that wrong. Chantel leads 2-0. Question 4. Rai said, the most ironic thing that happened this season was A. That I quit, because I might have been able to do well once Kat was evicted. Or B. Nicole and Brazil whining that Reality Realness betrayed them when they did the same thing to me. Answers, please. Answers are locked. You both say B. Let's see what Rai said. The most ironic thing that happened this season was that I quit, because I might have been able to do well once Kat was evicted. You both got it wrong, so Chantel, you lead 2-0. Jojo, you need to get the next question right, and Chantel needs to get it wrong in order for you to stay in the game, because there's only 2 left. Question 5. Charlene said, the most satisfying person to see get evicted was A. Brazil, because I said all along she should go and the house finally listened to me. Or B. Rai, because he's a petulant baby who probably wasn't breastfed as a child. Answers, please. Answers are locked. Let's see. Oh, sorry. Chantel says A. Jojo says B. Let's see what Charlene has to say. The most satisfying person to see get evicted this season was Brazil, because I said all along she should go and the house finally listened to me, which means it is A. Chantel, congratulations! You are the final head of household! You have until 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight to privately message me your vote to evict and the reason why, and remember to vote I vote to evict name or your vote will be reversed. Jojo and Jonathan, this is your last chance to publicly plead your case to Chantel as to why she should vote to keep you, and you must do that by 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tonight. So tomorrow, Jojo or Jonathan, who will Chantel evict, and who will Chantel bring with her to the final 2? And we will have the final recipe of the season. Can't forget that. Monday is the jury roundtable hosted by Nick Lindsay and a Big Brother US alum. Tuesday is the results of the Miss Congeniality poll, an update on what's to come in Season 6, and the jury, of course, will cast their votes for the winner. And Wednesday is finale night, where we will crown the winner of Big Brother Cheesecake 5 All-Stars, who will win a $500 Cheesecake Factory gift card. I'm Andrew Chef Moonves. Take care, and remember, the best part of waking up is shaking out that morning wood into your cup.